With every garden, there's a gardener. Each gardener may have different beliefs about how different plants should be grown. Gardeners talk to other gardeners to find out other opinions and ways to grow their plants. And sometimes people who aren't gardeners give their opinions and beliefs about how to take care of and help different plants grow. One of the most important things gardeners should remember is that each type of plant needs different things to fully and successfully grow. The use of art to help students grow is just one belief teachers may have to help individual students be successful as learners. Teachers may also keep in mind that different students may thrive with different art forms, as that is what they need to learn best.
Okay, so now we're gonna pass out strips of brown paper. So, yeah, they're gonna do it. So you're gonna use the colors, pencils, crayons, and markers. If you could just come up and get them. And you're going to write or draw one thing that you need as a learner, like individually. Do you want to pass it out?
Well, I was just coming to get mine, but I'd be happy to help you
Getting one, right?
I'm a very energetic participant.
Do however many they want.
As you guys finish writing your pieces of paper, we're going to ask you to crumple it up and put it in this box right in the middle.
Yeah, so the brown pieces of paper serve as soil, basically, for our garden.
Go ahead, once you have your crumpled up piece of paper, go ahead and put it in the box. Crumple them up. They don't have to be
A weird thing that I have.
And also return the pencil.
Yep. Yep, they belong to my center. Don't belong to me. Any markers? Thank you. Yeah, you should shoot it. I can make it. Do it. The rest of the markers are here.
Now we're going to ask you guys to come stand up and spread yourselves around the room as if this room was a garden and you were all the plants. So stand up, spread out. Now we're going to ask you guys to crouch down as if you were a seed. Feel free to sit or kneel if that's more comfortable. Now we're going to read different quotes that we collected from our action research. And we are going to read positive and negative quotes that will represent positive or negative amounts of water and sunshine that affect the garden's growth. So just something to keep in mind, not all of you grow at the same rate. So if you hear a positive quote, please begin to grow as much as you think it will affect you. And if you hear a negative quote, you can wilt as much as you think it affects you personally. And just so you know, just a side note, these negative quotes, well, all the interviews that we had, we didn't interact with someone that had a negative idea about art inclusion, so these negative quotes were found online. Just side note.
Oh wait, as a side note, while they're reading the quotes, we're gonna go around and put soil on the plants.
Art is a good way of expressing oneself.
Okay. Oh, don't need it? So you don't have to read it.
And the next one is schools don't need to offer art.
Each child is different, and some express themselves in the form of singing, writing, drawing, etc. Some are not good at communicating and can express themselves better through different art forms.
It's reality that in this recession, lots of schools need to make budget cuts. Art goes first because things like math, science, and English really are necessary for successful careers.
Art inclusion helps with opening to a wider population. It lets people express themselves in ways not done in a traditional classroom. Not everyone can just read and write. Sometimes they need to see, hear, or read it.
It is unnecessary, as not many jobs require skills that you are taught in art. Also, people become disheartened if they are not very good at art, if they are with people who have talents in art.
Through visual arts, you can encourage children to speak, listen, and build their vocabulary. Through drama, you can encourage role-playing. Dance challenges students to create letter and number forms. Through music, song, and performance, children sing the concepts that they are learning, and it creates opportunities for students to perform. So dope.
Perfect. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
All right.
I'm gonna
We will
collect
collect.
I'll collect the soil.
Okay, you guys can have a seat now.
Okay, while they're collecting those, take a minute to look at our paper and read through each of the seed packets. It has directions on how each of these different flowers or learners need to grow. So think about which type of flower or learner you would be. Okay, so we're going to split up into the 4 different types of learners. So if you feel like you are a visual learner, you can stand over here.
It's impossible.
Okay, I'll choose.
Choose one.
I had a feeling somebody was gonna be two of them or more.
Just choose one. It's okay. We know we're all different types of learners, but just for this activity, if you don't mind, just choosing
I'm a
one.
visual learner, but. Okay.
So over here, if you're a visual learner. Right, this is your group. If you feel like you're a kinesthetic learner, stand right here. Auditory. Musical. And then linguistic. Guys, can you get groups? Okay, so now in each group that we have, you guys are going to create a 4-count musical line.
Yeah, so like, remember what we did in the class that we studied music? We split up into different groups and we created our own beat. So we're asking you guys to do that now, but in these groups. So feel free to take your instruments, spread out, and work together to create your beat.
Visual.
Visual, okay.
So it's not about the beat, it's about the visual. Damn. Yeah, that's my deep words right there. All right, ready? So.
1, 2, 3. Types of flowers, and each one needs different things to grow. So you must cater to each child's individual needs and must incorporate activities that pertain to different kinds of learners. It might not always sound coherent, but it works and is what is needed for a successful classroom and for successful learning and growing.
Oh, you guys can have a seat after you put away your instruments. We're gonna read the soil. Okay. So this one says experience, encouragement, and repetition.
This one says visuals, positive encouragement, ability to express self through modes other than words, and dedication.
and love, positive environment, and communication.
I got a heart, which I'm assuming means love, visuals, and action.
Thank you. Inspiration, fun, conversation, support, wants.
Okay. So this class represented a garden. Knowing who we are and teachers knowing who students are as learners provides the soil or the foundation for the garden to grow. Teaching strategies and beliefs are what allows students to grow. Those strategies and beliefs are the sunlight, water, and the love that is given to the flowers. And sometimes they're not always positive experiences, wilting the learning and empowerment of students. Remember that everyone is different and everyone has unique needs. And the arts is a powerful and successful way to meet students where they are and is a way to incorporate everyone into a community-style classroom.
The end.